And welcome back inside Greater Zion Stadium for our Johnson Pediatric postgame show. Rod Zundel and Evan Osborne back here. 24-16 the final. Utah Tech taking an 8-point loss to their rivals, Southern Utah, and the T-Birds taking back the axe to Cedar City after they lost it on this home field about a year ago.
You know, it was just a great game by Cedar City on the Southern Utah on the line of scrimmage. And defensive line came out to play, and the offensive line came out to play. And their running backs, Whistler, 131 yards, Lamson, 141 yards, and there's 274 yards in total rushing. I mean, they dominated from the point of attack.
And even more, if you look deeper into those stats, Lamson, 9.9 yards per carry, and Braden Whistler, 9.3 yards per carry. That just tells me how dominating the offensive line was and just how they outmanned the Trailblazers front seven.
Yeah, and the Trailblazers had their opportunity. There was turnovers, there was a miss of field goals, and they got down to the red zone. And Kobe Tracy with a fumble, interception. Michael Moen with another fumble, and Connor Brixby missed a PAT and a field goal. So two PATs got blocked. So those are things that the Trailblazers could need to execute.
Kind of been the same theme all season long. They were right there, but just couldn't finish it off. And that's what we talked about in the pregame. Last game, they had it. They were there. Well-executed drives, well-executed plays, until when they had to make a play, they just couldn't do it, and they didn't do it tonight.
At all. And, I know Coach Peterson's going to keep on harping that it's the little details they got to finish, but, it's time to put up and to shut up and just make it happen.
The two top receivers in the league, Isaiah Wooden, most yards in reception yards in the UAC, and Ricky Johnson, number 2. Between them, they had 84 yards receptions on, 10 receptions for about 84 yards.
And that's a great job by both secondaries, kind of making those guys a point of attack. And look at even Bo Sparks was Bo Sparks didn't have a reception this game. So, those are guys that they look to lock down, and great job by the secondaries.
Yeah, the T-Birds, they basically cleared the field already, I do believe. Yeah, we don't have a signal, so we won't. We'll come back to your beautiful face. No signal, Daytona on the screen. Let's see if we got it now. There we go. And is Southern Utah still down celebrating with the axe? I think down there. Yeah, they're still down celebrating. Why not? This is a rivalry. You come here, you last as long as you can on the thing and make the fans just watch you have a good time on the opponent's home field.
And Southern Utah deserves that. They came out here and played. Coach Fitzgerald got his guys ready, from special teams to defense to offense. And, that's a great way to kind of end off, especially a good season that they had, a good turnaround with a four-game win streak.
Yep, Kobe 4-game win streak, 5-game losing streak for Utah Tech. Kobe Tracy, 18 of 37, an interception and a fumble, 227 passing. Justin Miller, 16 of 27, 165 yards and a touchdown. All right, those numbers don't wow you from Justin Miller, but a couple of big-time scrambles, one for a touchdown and a couple other for first downs, really kind of just broke the back of Utah Tech's defense.
Yeah, and he just showed his leadership and his composure as a senior quarterback leading his team. The little shovel pass on third down to Whistler, just scrambling and getting plays outside the pocket, getting down to receivers. Miller showed why he's the leader of this team and why he executed the rest of the game and finished off the game for them.
That's what a senior quarterback does. So he's going to be missed when he leaves Cedar City too. And so hopefully they got somebody that can fill in for him as well. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have more of our Johnson Pediatric postgame show. Still waiting for Coach Peterson to get his thoughts on the final game of the 2023 school year. We'll be right back.
He's on the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10.
You wouldn't want an incomplete football game. So why use a website with incomplete listings of Southern Utah properties? SouthernUtahRealEstate.com is the most complete, most accurate, and most comprehensive property search in Washington County. Because we're not focused on everything, just on the part that we like the best. Find your Southern Utah home at SouthernUtahRealEstate.com.
Finley Hyundai, committed to high-quality service and sales for local drivers. Stress-free car buying guaranteed.
Got a project at work or around the house? Well, think Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all the top brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Stihl. Plus, Bucks has the best sporting goods department. You've got to see their gun department. It's stocked with a great selection of guns and ammo and accessories. 2 locations at the Dino Crossing in St. George or State Street in Hurricane.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
It's any card for the win right now at Mountain America Credit Union, which means it's time to score some cash. Simply tap, swipe, or click checkout with any Mountain America debit or credit card to be entered into a weekly giveaway for up to $500, now until September 30th. Visit macu.com/anycard to learn how to earn extra entries or to open a new account today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
All right, back here in Greater Zion Stadium, the final, Southern Utah with the win over Utah Tech, 24-16. The Axe, in the battle for the Axe, goes back to Cedar City. Johnson Pediatric Coaches Show. Head coach Paul Peterson joins us now, and, typical rivalry game, some hard hits, some well-executed plays, some mistakes, and in the end, they just made a couple more plays than you did again.
Yeah, fun game. I think, our turnovers killed us. That was the name of the game. Having those 2 fumbles, and we're in the red zone twice. We don't get any points, and we got a field goal on the one. We got the block field goal, and we were running the speed option and fumbled down there on the 2-yard line. That's not good either. But our guys played hard. When you're playing a good team, like I said, the margin there is really really small, and I thought we came out with good energy at the beginning of the game and started fast, and we started fast the second half too. Got 3 and out and scored right away. But just too many mistakes down the stretch. I don't know how many, maybe 2 or 3 and outs. You can't have that against a good team.
The finality of it all, we've all been there. Whoever's played the football game, when, the final game that you'll ever play in that jersey or maybe ever hits you. What did you tell your guys in the locker room where that's the case?
No, I just let them know that we appreciate them, especially when it's hard. You're not the results that you wish that you would have as a team that you don't. I really appreciate those guys building something from the start and then being able to finish and playing tough. And I think they set the tone and are the builders of our program. And they were the glue that kept us together. Like I said, when it was hard and didn't quite have the record that we needed, but we're doing everything else I think in a right way to build this program the way we need to.
And, you don't want to look too far into next season. Obviously, this loss hurt a lot. But what's kind of I know you always talk about getting bigger, faster, stronger, but what's kind of the message you talk? Because you have a lot of good, talented young guys that are going to be poised to make plays next year. And, you guys are going to have a really good schedule next year. So what's the kind of the message you send to them?
No, I think we're right on track. And the previous couple years, the bigger, faster, stronger was we match teams' physicality now. Before we were a little behind, so that was a huge area of emphasis. We need to maintain that and continue that, and continue to develop, especially our young guys. Like you said, they're not quite strong enough that we need them, but really want to keep guys here. And you can see our best players, Kobe and Ricky, and those guys have been here from the very beginning, and you see how good they've gotten throughout their time here. And if we keep this core nucleus with these guys that we have playing, we'll have all of our O-line back, most all of our O-line back next year, and most all of our D-line back. We got a lot of guys coming back, and so the core guys, we want to keep those guys together.
And nowadays with the transfer portal, you got to kind of guess who's going to go and who's going to come back and just take it for what it's worth. And if somebody leaves, you got to try to bring somebody else in the transfer portal again.
No, we're just always constantly recruiting. I think the portal opens in December. It's just the nature of our business. I think we've got some good relationships with our guys, and we got a good feeling here, and they know that we're doing some good things. So I'm not worried about guys jumping on. I don't think that's something that you worry about as a coach. We're going to adjust if someone does, and we're going to bring the best guys possible that we can to help us grow.
All right, here's your post-game Dr. Pepper while I ask the final question. As you put a cap on this season, can you summarize just the feel of this season in just a few words?
It's like you're close. When you play in really good teams, close won't do it. You have to finish. And I think there were some games that if we do finish, you get a little bit of confidence. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of get rolling a little bit. I don't think there was ever a feeling that we didn't believe that we could win any of these games, but I think there was a time where you got a little bit more confidence, like, okay, we're dagger in them. And we just didn't have that mentality to be able to finish like we needed to.
10 seconds, Devin, final word.
No, I mean, to just cap off this whole season, Utah Tech is just going to be that team that needs to just execute, needs to finish. But they did amazing things this year, and they balled out. And I'm super excited and proud of these guys for the fight they had all year.
Well, especially you, too, because you were part of this transition period and building. And now to see what's happening, the future's bright. I mean, you got to think that, right, Coach? I mean, the future's bright. You got to be excited for what you accomplished and where this program's going, because next year you get to play in postseason if you're good enough.
Yeah, I mean, that's always been the goal. We're building a championship program here. We're doing everything right? I mean, we know how to coach. We were 8-3 our first year here at Division II, and then just making this transition, it's a challenge. I mean, no joke. These guys have been around for a while. I mean, playing. I know our SID, Steve Johnson's got a bunch of stats. We traveled 45,000 miles, something crazy like that. And I don't know how many ranked teams and playoff teams we played in that amount of time, but we just got to get that tipping point, stop being close, and win these important games.
Well, it's coming. So, Coach, thanks for hanging out with us in the Coaches Show and the post-game show. I know it's a little different and extra work for you, so we appreciate what you do on the field, but also appreciate what you do for us and being so willing to help us out and grow our brand as well as you try to grow your brand as well.
We're all the same team.
Yep.
Go Trailblazers.
All right, that is Paul Peterson, the head football coach of Utah Tech. Thanks for joining us on the Johnson Pediatric Coaches Show. And Devin, have a seat here, and let's put a wrap on this. And let's just get your final words on, your thoughts on this season as they look forward to being full-fledged D1 and eligible for NCAA postseason. Did you ever think when you first got here that, 6 years ago that you'd ever be saying NCAA, FCS playoffs on the line next year?
Never, but, coming to St. George, this is a growing place. You kind of just get those dreams kind of just added as you keep on going. But to just go off the season, I mean, the transition's over. There's no more excuses. There's no more, we did this, this got to make it happen. I mean, we play football, so it's a game that, it doesn't always give you the best opportunities. You might come up short, you might win big. So you just got to make it happen. And Coach Peterson, he's the ultimate competitor. He's going to get those guys ready.
Yeah.
But they just have to make it happen.
Yeah, so there you see the stadium. Daytona Jones is our photographer running the thing. I'm going to see if our other intern here. Hey, Spencer, are you here? Come here, buddy. We've tried something this year, the Trailblazer Sports Vision. And I'm going to get off of camera too. The Daytona has. Come on to us. Daytona, come back up here and show your face. And Spencer right here. We tried Trailblazer Sports Vision, hour-long pregame show, postgame show, streaming, and we're moving on and up. And it's guys like this, Spencer Johnson, Daytona Jones. His name is Daytona because Indiana Jones' name was already taken. But these guys have helped us. Also, Jackson Bybee, Trailblazer Sports Vision intern as well. He's not here this week. He's in Orange County doing a documentary and doing some shooting as well. So real-life experience for you guys. And from where you guys started back in August, the end of August, the first game, to where you are now, you guys are awesome. they get an A in my book. You okay with that, guys?
Of course. Yeah, I'll take an A.
So I hope you guys have had fun. But these are the guys that do our sounds of the game, and they cut our highlights for Coach's Show, and they run the cameras here as well. So thanks, guys. It's been a pleasure to get to know you and to watch you guys' progression. And I know you guys are going to do well. And hopefully that you've had a little bit of experience here that helps you in your way. Yeah. Okay, that's all.
Cool. Dang, Rod.
You know what? I love it. They take orders so well. But those guys are great. And, Marcus Farnsworth and James Farnsworth and Lauren Golden from the CEC at Utah Tech and the Media Studies program, they run the ESPN Plus. They do all the technical on the computer and the streaming and all that. So we got to give a big shout out to them. And Steve Johnson as well, the SID, to get us thing. And, Coach Peterson, he's done the film session. He does the pregame video interviews, which they've never done before, and the postgame on streaming as well. That takes a little extra time with him, and, that's what the coaches at D1 levels, that's what they do. And he's accepted that, and, I hopefully this will just increase our brand and increase the brand of Utah Tech football and all of sports. And, hey, if you got friends, tell them to subscribe to Trailblazer Sports Vision because we're going to be doing the same thing for basketball.
Big time. And I want to say one thing about this guy right here. He took a chance on me.
Please don't
gave
say
me
it.
an opportunity to do something that's been amazing and opened my eyes. He's a great mentor. He's led me through so many different things. I know we have a big gap in age, but he treats me more, not sometimes like a grandson, but more like a little brother. So, but Zippy, he does a lot of great things. He's in here cutting up film too, and he's amazing. He's tenured veteran.
You're kind. Tenured. That's a good way of saying really old. But no, you've been a great help and a pleasure to work with, and look forward to a lot of great things in the future. And we'll bring on some more people like yourself, the former players, and that know what they're doing. And we got one in mind, and I think that we'll have a good time next year. So with a lot of smiles, and we know that the football team is going to catch up. Because bigger, stronger, faster, and you heard Coach Peterson talk about we're there. We're not getting outmanned like we used to. Now, I think just some skill positions need to be upgraded a little bit all across the board, and speed. Speed is what they need, I think. So, because you can get away with a lot of things, mistakes, if you have a lot of speed, right?
Big time.
Yeah, so anyway, hope you enjoyed our broadcast, streaming here on Trailblazer Sports Vision, also on the Fan Sports Radio Network. We've enjoyed and had a lot of fun this year. So, Devin, it's been a pleasure. All right, brother.
You're my guy.
Spencer and Daytona, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys get an A. Woohoo! All right, thank you for watching. That'll do it for our final time here on Trailblazer Sports Vision for the 2023 football year. We are going to say so long as the final score in the battle for the Axe. Cedar City folks love it. St. George, not so much. 24-16, Southern Utah over Utah Tech. The Axe goes back to Cedar City for only a year, though. They're going to get it back next year.
Only a 1 year lease. We're going to get it back.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. For the final time, we say so long from atop the Greater Zion Stadium. Good night, everybody.